Ever since the first Breath of the Wild 2 trailer back in 2019, Legend of Zelda fans have been speculating about Link's right arm. You know, what has happened to it? Why does Link have long nails? What are these bracelets? And is that even Link's arm at all? Well, today I'm going to dive into some of the best theories about Link's right arm in Breath of the Wild 2. Well, if you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below for all the latest Legend of Zelda content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. Well, before we dive into the topic today, I'd love to hear from you and your theories about what is going on with Link's right arm. Is it corrupted? What's going on with his nails? And is it even his arm at all? Okay, so first of all, let's dive into the theories. And the first one is it's not Link's arm. So way back in the first trailer in 2019, we see Link and Zelda travelling underground in a cave where they come across what looks to be a Ganondorf-like corpse held in place with a glowing arm. Swirling green symbols appear to be emanating from this arm, although it appears to be holding off any evil and securing this Ganondorf-like creature in place. You know, below the arm we see red and black corruption leaking out, reaching, trying to overcome this arm. Suddenly the seal is broken and somehow Link's right arm starts to glow as he grips at it with his left hand, and the mysterious arm reaches out and grabs Link as he falls. And then in the shadows we see this arm grabbing the Ganondorf character, although this quick scene appears to be in the past, when the arm was still attached to whomever it came from. We don't know who the arm belongs to, but it must be a very powerful being to be able to lock away the legendary Ganondorf and seal him under Hyrule Castle. Well, next up with the theories, and it's Ganon's arm. So in the first Breath of the Wild, we see a hero in tapestry form, the hero from 10,000 years ago. This hero, however, does not look like Link. It's a character with red hair. Instead of Link, perhaps the hero was a young Ganondorf. He had a unique start in life, being born as the only male Gerudo in 100 years. And in Skyward Sword, he's revealed to be the incarnation of Demise's hatred for Link and Zelda, but perhaps Ganondorf was once a hero too, corrupted by a great power. Well, next up we've got the corrupted Master Sword, so it could be that the corruption in Link's arm is some way related to the broken Master Sword, which we see in the most recent Breath of the Wild 2 delayed trailer. We presume at the moment that there's going to be some kind of quest to restore the Master Sword to its former glory. This is likely to be a large part, or perhaps the first part, of Breath of the Wild 2. We're looking at Link's arm once again towards the top of his new arm, where it's attached to his regular body. It looks digital in design with little squares covering his arm and shoulder. You know, it could be that this is a tattoo, and it does look similar to Girahim from Skyward Sword. So this isn't the first time we've drawn a link from Breath of the Wild 2 to Skyward Sword, as Link diving out of the sky looks very, very similar. And could it be that Girahim is another link in the chain here? Very, very interesting stuff. And let me know down in the comments what you think. Well, moving on with another theory, so Link using his right arm. So talking about Girahim, that segues nicely back to Skyward Sword and the potential links to Breath of the Wild 2. Now, we've already seen a few visual clues in the trailers linking the two games. So Link skydive in the E3 2021 trailer, the raised pieces of Hyrule dotted around the sky, and Aonuma stating the adventure is going to take place in the skies and on land in the sequel to Breath of the Wild. At the start of Skyward Sword, we're told the pieces of Hyrule that were sent into the sky would later become Skyloft, the place where the very first Link and Zelda were born. Well, the connections between Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild also could relate to Link's arm. Link uses his right arm in Breath of the Wild, and also in the trailers we've seen so far for the sequel. But in Skyward Sword, Link's sword hand was changed from left to right to fit with the motion controls of the Wii. Well, next up we've got more Skyward Sword connections. So do be aware, in this section I'm going to go into spoilers for Skyward Sword. So if you don't want any spoilers for Skyward Sword, please do skip ahead and look at the timestamps on the screen, and then you won't get any spoilers. So there's more to Link's Skyward Sword with Breath of the Wild 2 than merely the hand Link uses to wield his sword. So the look of Link's right arm is very similar to Girahim, as we mentioned before, the servant of Demise. Demise would later be reincarnated as Ganondorf, and Demise would eventually fall in Skyward Sword and be trapped inside the Master Sword with Fi, our helpful assistant throughout our adventures in Skyloft. Well, Fi and Demise, trapped inside the Master Sword, could be an important detail. In Breath of the Wild, there are clues to Fi trying to communicate. So Zelda hears the Master Sword trying to speak, telling her to take Link to the Shrine of Resurrection. And also, after the trial of the sword, Link raises the sword and it glows, similar to the scenes we see in Skyward Sword. With Fi and Demise trapped inside the Master Sword, and the sword being damaged or broken, perhaps some evil has escaped. Once again Demise, through Ganondorf, is terrorising the people of Hyrule. Well, finally today we've got the final theory, and this is about Link's long nails. So the nails do appear to be a huge clue as to the owner of the arm. So the nails are a very distinguishing feature of Link's right arm. His left hand clearly doesn't have long nails like this, and you could say that the design of the nails even look female. That's not to say that male characters cannot have long fingernails like this, only that in the design of the male characters we've seen in Breath of the Wild tend to have shorter, rounded nails. The long nails definitely seem to be a clue, but what this means, well, we don't know just yet. We're going to have to wait and see. Hopefully we're going to get more trailers in summer 2022 to let us know about the next steps for Breath of the Wild 2. Absolutely gasping for new information at the moment, but let me know down in the comments if you've got any theories about Link's long nails. Well, that is it for this look at the theories about Link's right arm in Breath of the Wild 2, and as always, thank you so much for watching or listening. For more Legend of Zelda content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to Triforce Times, or you can follow me on Twitter at Triforce Times. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Well, thanks again. I'll see you soon.